When questioned about their diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts, the Sioux Empire United Way consistently says that it does not have any DEI policies or procedures, and that they have not made any policy, nor have they made changes to their community impact application process, including decision-making. However, the United Way worldwide requires local franchises, like the Sioux Empire United Way, to use race equity as one criteria to be considered in making community investments. The Sioux Empire United Way's IRS Form 990 filed for 2021 confirms that they are tracking progress toward the United Way Worldwide's DEI goals. In the Sioux Empire United Way's application training seminar on November 29, 2021, Brenda Kibbe, the volunteer chair of the DEI committee, explained how the DEI questions on their application and how the data agencies need to collect to apply the equity lens to their work would be used to guide the Sioux Empire United Way's funding decisions.
One of the things, as Jose and Brianna talked about, is we are going to continue to rely on data and the importance of data and some of those disparities to inform our investment strategies long term. And we'll prioritize, different measures that are making systematic progress against those disparities, and want you to be part of that process to help us identify what those are.
The disparities that are frequently referred to by Brenda in this training seminar are defined in the Sioux Empire United Way's DEI guidebook as the social and systemic inequities that persist in our community that exclude historically marginalized and systemically excluded people. In case you're unfamiliar with this social justice terminology, that's the textbook definition of critical race theory, the belief that racism is inherent in the law and legal institutions of the United States insofar as they function to create and maintain social, economic, and political inequalities between whites and non-whites. Although the Sioux Empire United Way leadership repeatedly states that they've made no changes to their community impact application process, their IRS Form 990, filed in 2021, also notes that they approved additional application questions for the upcoming funding process. The Sioux Empire United Way's website also states one of their key DEI accomplishments as including metrics to measure diversity, equity, and inclusion progress with the funded application process. The Sioux Empire United Way's community impact application for funding clearly has questions regarding agencies' work to meet DEI requirements. Question 16 under the program information portion of the funding application asks, within this program, is your organization looking at disparities related to diversity, equity, and inclusion to help drive your work? Question 2 under the outcome form asks, are you disaggregating data to better understand disparities related to diversity, equity, and inclusion within this outcome? It then asks for more information related to this question of utilizing identity category data to better understand DEI-related disparities. If you mark no, please discuss future plans to start looking at your data in this manner. You may also want to explain any obstacles you face in looking at this information. It's not clear if not wanting to expose children to radical gender ideology by asking for their preferred pronouns on the child care funding application qualifies as an acceptable obstacle in reporting data. The application also states, if you marked, plan to do this within the next year, please further discuss your plans to do this within the next year. The proposed meeting agenda, at which agencies applying for funding meet with allocation committee volunteers who decide how much funding applicants will receive, also includes instructions to describe agencies' target audience and discuss demographic information provided within the application, and be sure to also address work being done in regard to diversity, equity, and inclusion. If equity, defined by the Sioux Empire United Way as the presence of justice and fairness within the procedures, processes, and distribution of resources by institutions or systems, is the foundation of their work and their core value, why does the Sioux Empire United Way say they don't have any policies or procedures for how they and their funded agencies are doing this important work?